The air is thick with memory ash, and every breath redraws the past.
My hands trace maps, no I can read. Lines of thought, roots of need. The threshold pulses slow and wide. A gate of fog I cannot hide.
These are my threshold maps, drawn in dust, carved in labs. No borders, no names, no light. Just echoes folding into night. The ground is soft with ancient code. Symbols etched in static mold. I walk the path that bends and breaks, where every truth begins to shake.
The sky is low, the stars are mute. The wind repeats an old dispute. I mark the void with sacred signs. A ritual, a tangled lines.
These are my threshold maps, drawn in dusk, carved in labs. No borders, no names, no light. Just echoes folding into night.
I hear the hum beneath the stone. A voice that's not quite mine alone. It speaks and pulses slow and deep. A language buried under sleep.
I kneel where the fractures bloom, a prayer of rust, a breath of gloom. The map unfolds alive, unplanned, a trembling line drawn by my hand.
You call it chaos.
I call it form.
You see the end.
I see the swarm.
I'm not lost.
I'm not alone.
I'm building stars from the unknown.
These are my threshold maps, drawn in dust, carved in labs. No borders, no names, no light. Just echoes folding into night.
I am not lost. I am becoming a shape beneath the storm.
of the unspoken. Maps drawn in ash and breath in omen. No compass, no creed, no final line. Only echoes of a deeper design. He names the cracks in the sacred wall, where silence hums and shadows crawl. He traces paths no eye can see, through forests of thought and entropy. He's the cartographer of chaos, ink of dust, paper of bone. He draws the shape of the unseen storm, where the wild mind makes its home. He speaks in symbols, dreams in code, turns every fracture into a road. He doesn't wander, he descends through myth and ruin again and again. His temple breathes in static and flame, each ritual carved from a forgotten name. He doesn't fit, he doesn't flee. He is the map and the mystery. He's the cartographer of chaos, ink of dust, paper of bone. He draws the shape of the unseen storm, where the wild mind makes its home. You call it chaos, he calls it form. You see the end, he sees the swarm. He's not lost, he's not alone. He's building stars from the unknown. He's the cartographer of chaos, ink of dust, paper of bone. He draws the shape of the unseen storm, where the wild mind makes its home. Where the wild mind makes its home.
maps in my hands, like dust from forgotten lands. I trace the fault lines in my mind, where chaos writes what order hides.
I speak in fragments, dreaming noise. My voice is not a single voice. It bends, it folds, it multiplies. A ritual of shattered skies. Fracture logic, sacred break. Every crack a path I take. I don't need your perfect shade. I build my truth from what escaped.
You call it broken, I call it real.
You want the cage, I wanna feel.
I walk the edge, I breathe the split.
This is the map where I commit.
I carve my thoughts in crooked stone, each one a temple, each one alone. I don't erase, I amplify.
The fractured code I live inside. Fracture logic, sacred break. Every crack a path I take. I don't need your perfect shape. I build my truth from what escaped. I build my truth from what escaped. I build my truth from what escapes.
The walls are made of silence, the floor is woven dust, the air is thick with memory, and every breath is trust.
I enter without speaking. I kneel without a name. The temple breathes around me, and nothing feels the same.
The temple breathes. The altar hums in static tones.
Each echo knows my shame.
I place my thoughts like offerings on stone that never breaks. The temple takes them gently and gives me back the ache. The temple breathes slow and wide, a pulse beneath the cosmic tide. It doesn't speak, it doesn't scream, it holds the weight of every dream. There are no gods here, only rhythm. No answers, only form. No salvation, only structure. No escape, only storm. I leave without departing.
I vanish into sound.
The temple breathes behind me.
Still sacred, still unbound.
The temple breathes slow and wide, a pulse beneath the cosmic tide. It doesn't speak, it doesn't scream, it holds the weight of every dream. It holds the weight of every dream. It holds the weight of every dream.
I walk through ash, it doesn't speak. Just crackles under every step. The sky is low, the light is weak, and memory drifts like a broken cassette.
I hear the echo of a name. It loops, it fades, it comes again. A voice I lost, a face I burned. A lesson I never learned.
Ash and echo, nothing more. No flame, no door, just static dreams and phantom breath. A ritual of quiet death. flash and echo, nothing more. No flame, no door, just static dreams and phantom breath. A ritual of quiet death. A ritual of quiet death.
There are no straight lines in this mind, only spirals, fractures, echoes. I tried to walk the shortest path, but it bent and kept bending.
I built a road from thought to thought, but each one twisted, each one fought. The logic cracked, the rhythm swayed, and every rule began to fade.
No straight lines,
Only drift,
no clean edge.
only riff.
I move through patterns undefined.
A sacred maze.
I call mine. I saw a map, it looked complete, but every turn led to defeat. So I tore it up, I drew my own, with ink made from the undertone.
You want the shortest way, the cleanest cut. But I am not a diagram. I am a storm in slow motion.
No straight lines,
Only drift,
no clean edge.
only riff.
I move through patterns undefined.
A sacred maze.
I call mine. I walk the edge of every thought, where meaning tangles overwrought. I don't arrive, I circle in, where chaos hums beneath the skin. There are no straight lines in this mind, only spirals, fractures, echoes.
And I wouldn't trade them for anything clean. Begin the sequence. Turn the key. Let the silence grind and breathe. A pulse of symbols, a sacred machine. It hums in the marrow, it turns in the dark, fueled by memory and a spark. It breathes in silence. It speaks in flame. It doesn't ask. It just reclaims. Myth engine rise and burn. Every cycle, every turn. Not to fix, not to mend, but to begin again, again, again. They said I was broken, but I was tuned to a different sky. They called it disorder, but it was a sacred frequency.
I'm not wrong. I'm not less. I am not lost. I am complex.
I think in spirals, not in lines. I feel the world in fractured signs. I see the patterns in the blur. Where others pass, I stop and stir.
Neurodivine,
I walk the flame,
not bound by name.
not built for shame.
I am the glitch,
The sacred code,
the map that bends.
the untold road. I carry storms behind my eyes, 1,000 thoughts that never lie. I don't fit, I resonate with rhythms they can't replicate.
I build from chaos.
I speak in light,
I burn in silence.
I dream at night. Neurodivine,
I walk the flame,
not bound by name.
not built for shame.
I am the glitch,
The sacred code,
the map that bends.
the untold road. This is not a flaw.
This is a key.
This is not a cage.
This is a galaxy. I hum the song they never heard. I write in fire, not in word. I wear the silence like a crown and let the noise come crashing down. Neurodivine,
I walk the flame,
not bound by name.
not built for shame.
I am the glitch,
The sacred code,
the map that bends.
the untold road.
The map that bends, the untold road.
I am not wrong.
I am not wrong.
I am not lost.
I am complex. I walk the path they drew in ink, but every step began to sink. The map was neat, the world was not, and every truth began to rot. I followed lines that looked precise, but found no soul beneath the ice. The borders cracked, the names erased, and all I knew was misplaced. The map is not the mind. It cannot hold the story. It cannot trace the spiral. It cannot feel the fall.
I tore the
the shade.